Hi there. In this practice session, got a couple of tips to help you develop that upper register. In the altissimo register of the clarinet, a lot of the fingerings don't make much sense. So when working on them, I encourage students to work on a fingering passage that makes it easy for them to learn and get used to going in and out of those notes. So here's a high register drill that I've often used with students. And that was starting off of a low A. Now I'm going to do the same one, but starting off of a low B flat. So I'll go B flat, and then when I add the thumb key, I get F, and then when I half hole slide off my first finger on the left hand, I'm going to get high D. When going to the next one, you don't want to use middle finger for low B natural, because by the time you get to the top, that high E flat is going to be really too flat if you're using that fingering. So with that in mind, I'll use a fork fingering for low B natural, then I'll add my thumb key, which will give me a forked F sharp fingering, and then I'll do my half hole slide, and that'll get me up into my high E flat, and then I'll go from there. And here we go. So you heard me talking about half holing your first finger. If you take a look, this is your first register key, and look at the size and diameter of that hole, and then if you look at the size and diameter of this hole on your clarinet, you'll realize that this is actually really large to be actually functioning as a register key. So to help cheat the mechanics of the instrument and make the upper register speak a little bit more responsive and a little bit easier for you, I find it helpful to half hole slide. Now, I've had students do this a bunch of different ways. Sometimes, you know how you roll back for the A key? You don't actually pick and plant, but you roll back to it. If you imagine that there's an A key over here and you're kind of rolling your way down, sometimes that helps students. Some students like to slide so that they're only exposing half of the hole. Some people like to pull so that you're only exposing a little bit of the hole. But the idea is that you start out exposing just a little fraction of this first finger of the left-hand tone hole to get that note to speak a little bit smoother. Otherwise, you kind of get the effect like you're kicking the chicken and the high note will just pop right out. Let me demonstrate this. So if I'm going to half hole slide the very first one, I could try to get it a little bit smoother. If I pop my finger, I think you're going to hear almost a percussive sound to that top note. It comes out a little more aggressive than most stylistic opportunities to play in the register may warrant. So I hope that this practice drill, working on the high register drill, can be helpful to you as you are preparing to work into your upper register. Playing the upper register of the clarinet really tells the truth. It takes an awful lot of work and control, and I hope that this exercise can help you in your preparation for that. Best of luck with your practice and take care.